Hi again everyone, and welcome back to my Gunpla practical series. And the last video I made was a little bit getting on for a little bit too long, so I decided to cut it a bit short and just finish it off here. So if you want to check out the last parts, then links are as always in the bottom description, and of course if you want to have a look at my website right there, gundammodelkits.co.uk, you can see everything in one place. Alright, so really the only last point that I didn't quite finish off on, and I wanted to make sure I dedicate a little bit of time to, is the set of tools that I use to disassemble kits. So I've already shown you, these set of tools there, there and there. The tools basically for either clipping the pegs or actually making the holes bigger. So I'm not going to go through those again, but it's a pretty standard fare, and I showed you how to use those in the last video, so please check out the last part if you want to see what I'm talking about. Alright, so in general, this isn't going to be too long of a video, but I just want to show you that some of the cooler tools that you can use for taking kits apart are these. And basically, I think I got the idea from actually Bandai themselves have an actual parts separator, and they'll include it in some of the sort of 30th anniversary Gunpla kits, I think. But obviously they'll also sell it for a separate price, and really it's just a piece of plastic. So I thought, oh, that's a bit ridiculous, really. So these tools you see here come from an actual phone disassembly kit. So this particular one came with an iPhone kit that I had, and of course these are used for actually taking things, basically they're really used for unclipping plastic tabs, but these get included in the iPhone kit for helping you take the case off. So as you can see, these are ideal for model making because they've got a very sharp edge, so you can get right in there and basically split things apart. But they're quite strong. But the main thing is that they're hard plastic and not steel, because you don't really want to be scratching up your parts. So these things here are perfect. So the way you use these, for example, I showed you in the last video, I left a little gap here, so easy enough, you just pop it in underneath that, and obviously you can pry it straight out. So easy enough. And I have just dropped that part on the floor, so I will have to go hunting for that after this video. Alright, and in the last part I just wanted to show you, I did trim off the pegs and widen the holes to this part, so I don't even need I'm going to use this as an example, I don't even need these tools to take this off, but this shows you how easy it is once you do what I showed you in the last video, which is to either widen these holes or clip off part of the peg like so. So that is a case and example for you guys on how easy it is to disassemble things once you've done it, because it doesn't come off, but you can really just use your hands and it will come straight off. So I really can't put it any more easier than that. So but by and large, for most of the time, you can use tools like this to actually get in on the edge and pry them out. I don't use these ones actually. They look quite good, and I'm sure they are useful in most cases, but they're a little bit unwieldy. So I find that this other part here that they have, excuse me, I'll just put these so they don't roll off. This other part here is the same thing, so it's got 3 edges. This also comes in the same set, and this one's much more useful for doing things like this, so I use this one most of the time. And if you don't have access to one of these kits, and by the way, you can buy them really cheaply on eBay, so I suggest that you do. But if you don't, then another little thing that I have lying around is I play a guitar, so I have lots of these guitar picks or plectrums or whatever you want to call them lying around, and these pretty much do a pretty good job as well, because they've got a sharp edge on them, and they're quite stiff, or some of them can be stiff, and they're not bad. They're just not quite as strong as what these are, so you'll find that if you put any amount of pressure on these, they tend to snap a bit easier than something like this would, which of course is purposely designed for this kind of thing. So all I'm saying to you guys is, you know, these tools are very cheap to get. You know, it's worth picking them up if you intend to, you know, do it the same way that I do. And don't pay for your Bandai branded plastic part separator. You know, it's a bit, it's a little bit over the top, as in most model accessories that I find. I mean, they really do like charging people, or overcharging people, so much it's not even funny, with, you know, model branded, whether it be paints, tools, you know, whatever really. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. The last thing I wanted to show off is that electric tool that I had. I just wanted to show you that it does have a hell of a lot more attachments, you know, all of these, all of these, all of these. So I'll talk about this in another video, but this is something you may also really want to pick up at some point. Again, I did say that it's a Dremel clone, but it's basically nowhere near as powerful, and it turns out that that actually makes it a much better tool for this kind of job, because with our plastic model kits you want something as gentle as possible. So this being cordless and low powered, to give you guys an idea, a Dremel would probably spin around at 30,000 RPM. This one spins around maximum at about 6,000 RPM. So it's a lot more gentle, and it's perfect for this kind of thing. So, and again, that probably cost me, in my money, UK, probably just under £10. So definitely worth picking it up, but I'll show you guys more on that in another video. So I hope you guys have found this series quite useful. I know I've spent the best part of 3 videos talking about how to disassemble your kits, which is completely the opposite of, you know, what these kits were meant for. They're meant for building, but you know, hopefully you've picked up something that not too many people talk about. So, you know, by all means, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys again next time very soon. So thank you, and that's it for now.